Imagine standing on the deck of a medieval pirate ship. It's so cold, your breath freezes in the air. The boards are slick with frost, and the wind cuts through your clothes like a knife. The sea is dark, and the silence is broken only by the creaking of the ice-stiffened sails. You wonder, how did these pirates, far from the romanticized tropical images, sleep and survive without freezing to death? The truth is, life aboard these ships in winter was merciless. Ships from the 15th and 16th centuries had no insulation. The decks leaked, the hulls groaned, and the only thing protecting a man from hypothermia was a thin, threadbare blanket and the combined warmth of the crew, who packed themselves in like sardines. Pirates, for all their bravado, didn't have luxury cabins. They slept wherever there was space, between barrels, on coils of rope, or wherever they wouldn't be trampled. A night where you didn't lose a toe to frostbite counted as luxury. Contrary to popular belief, medieval pirates, especially between the 13th and 16th centuries, often roamed the cold North Atlantic, the English Channel, and the coasts of Scandinavia, raiding northern trade and whaling routes. Winter in these regions meant the North Sea could turn to slush, and ice could weigh down the rigging until the masts threatened to snap. To combat this extreme cold, they developed harsh survival tactics. One quirky tidbit: some pirates would rub their hands and bodies with thick, greasy whale oil before sleep. This primitive thermal layer smelled awful, but when your bones ached from the cold, vanity was not a concern. It was all about trapping what little heat the body could produce. Below deck, the conditions were different. It was warmer perhaps, but also stiflingly suffocating, heavy with the smell of tar, old wood, and unwashed bodies. Here, men huddled in clusters, sometimes sharing a single tattered blanket. They didn't sleep in bunks, but in narrow hammocks. Historians believe hammocks were first used not for comfort, but for safety. A quick roll of the ship could throw a man sleeping on the deck into a wall. The hammock protected them. In this tight, floating cave, every sound echoed. Conversations became whispers, and whispers often turned into secrets, forming alliances or breeding grudges. To keep fear at bay when storms gathered, sailors, including pirates, often hummed softly to themselves before drifting off, a tune that was not quite music, not quite prayer. Ultimately, sleep on a ship like this was a negotiation between sheer exhaustion and the constant fear of the sea. They slept with their boots on because undressing could mean death from the cold if they were suddenly needed on deck. Their story is not just about treasure or glory, but about the most ancient, fragile kind of survival, the kind that happens one shivering night at a time. They saw the world at its harshest and found a way to rest within it, enduring the endless cold by finding warmth in their company and the steady rhythm of the ship.